Now, New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
He's supposed to be one of the guys who keeps New York City clean. But in this exclusive video, a New York City sanitation worker dumps trash on the sidewalk. Plus an air show disaster. A wing walker and a stunt pilot killed when their plane crashes in front of horrified spectators. 1 second they were in the air, the next second the plane was a fireball. Hello, everyone. I'm Joe Torres.
And I'm Sandra Bookman. Thousands of people saw it all. The crash happened this afternoon at an air show outside Dayton, Ohio. And tonight, we are hearing from stunned witnesses.
The biplane in the air just before disaster struck. And these are the final moments for wing walker Jane Wicker and her pilot Charlie Schwenker. Their plane plummeting to the ground, exploding in a ball of fire, shocking horrified spectators.
It was really shocking. We came really early to catch closer look to all the stunts, and we never thought we would witness this. So it's really sad.
I didn't know what to think at first. It was my thoughts and prayers are definitely with those involved, because it's terrible.
Witnesses say Wicker was performing one of her famous stunts, sitting on the wing of the plane as it turned upside down. In this video, she describes her incredible acrobatics.
And we're going about 140 to 150 miles an hour, and the wind is really intense. So I have to brace myself and keep everything tight until we get up upside down.
Wicker had only returned to the skies last week after recovering from an injury unrelated to wing walking. She tweeted this about today's show: in Dayton, ready to rock this town. Had a great drive, must get to bed if I want to be fresh for those 6:40 and 7:10 interviews. Wing walking may look effortless, but the moves can be difficult and risky. The gravity-defying, crowd-pleasing acrobatics sometimes coming with surprisingly little training.
Well, back in 1990, I answered an ad in the newspaper that said wing walker wanted, no experience necessary.
So it was on the job?
It was on the job training.
On her website, Wicker called her high-flying job a managed risk and said that it is what kept her alive. She also wrote that she'd never had any close calls until today.
New clues in the search for a rapist in Brooklyn. Tonight, word he may have targeted his victim because of her sexual orientation. The suspect was caught on camera trying to strike up a conversation with the victim as she walked down Java Street in Greenpoint last Sunday. Police say he then pulled out a knife and raped her.
It's been reported that the attacker said to her that he was attacking her because she identified herself as a lesbian.
Police released this sketch of the suspect, who they say stands about 5 feet 9 inches tall. New at 11, police are investigating a reported sexual assault at a spa in Queens. A 47-year-old woman told officers she was attacked at the business on Union Street in Flushing this evening. She was taken to the hospital in stable condition.
Also new at 11, an Eyewitness News exclusive. They are New York's strongest, the hard workers in the city's sanitation department who pick up and take away your garbage. But what prompted one sanitation worker to dump garbage on a city sidewalk? It's an image captured on video that you will see only on Eyewitness News. Darla Miles has the story from Hell's Kitchen. Darla?
Well, Sandra, it seems pretty straightforward. This is the trash can. You pick it up, you put it in the back of the truck, and then you keep it moving. But the last thing you would expect would be for a sanitation worker to create more trash on the street. It doesn't get much clearer than this. A New York City sanitation worker picks up a black garbage bag, dumps it onto a doorstep, and then rips the bag open. When he walks away from the heap of trash, the letters DSNY are clearly visible on the back of his bright yellow vest.
The bag was over here.
And then he just walks right over there.
Yeah, you see him walking underneath the canopy, and then he throws the bag on the ground, and he grabs the bag, rips it open, and dumps it out.
That was the doorstep at Fast Eddie's on West 47th and 10th Avenue in Hell's Kitchen, owned in part by Richie Winkleman. The timestamp on the surveillance video, 6:59 Saturday morning. Now, from this angle, you can see the large sanitation truck sitting in the intersection, and here, the worker is in fact doing his job, dumping the trash can into the back of the truck, not onto the sidewalk.
My partner showed up, and he seen the garbage dumped out all over our front door, and he went right to the video to see who did it, because it's not the first time it's happened. So I guess he's just tired of cleaning up.
And while Winkleman says there have been bags of garbage dumped on his doorstep before, he says never before were they ever gutted. And was it your garbage?
No, it's not my garbage. There's 60 restaurants. I have my own sanitation company that picks up every night.
Eyewitness News brought this to the attention of the Department of Sanitation on Saturday. A spokesperson says this is definitely not protocol, and we are going to look into this thoroughly. In fact, the Department of Sanitation seemed upset about it when we brought it to their attention, and they promised a swift resolution next week. Reporting live in Hell's Kitchen, Darla Miles, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Darla, thank you. New information in a murder case connected to an NFL player. Any moment now, police are expected to serve an arrest warrant to New England Patriot Aaron Hernandez. Prosecutors will charge Hernandez with obstruction of justice in the death of his friend Odin Lloyd. Today, officers with canine units searched the tight end's home for 3 hours, leaving with about 15 bags of evidence. Lloyd was found shot to death near Hernandez's home. The NFL player has not been named a suspect in the case.
Hoarding conditions may have contributed to a Midtown fire that injured 5 people. It started in a 14th floor apartment in a building near Columbus Circle about 7 this morning. The man and woman who live in the unit suffered smoke inhalation and burns. 3 firefighters were also treated for minor injuries. According to published reports, emergency crews were delayed when the closest fire hydrant wasn't working. The FDNY is describing the inside of that apartment as extremely cluttered, likely fueling the blaze.
Also in Manhattan, 3 people rescued from the East River this morning after their small boat capsized. The 25-foot-long vessel overturned this morning near the Manhattan Bridge. The 3 people were providing security for a canoe race, and one of them was a firefighter. FDNY and NYPD Marine units quickly responded, pulling the victims from the fast-moving water.
The current was pretty rapid going north, so one of the people that was in the water was moving pretty quickly up north. So we were able to get him out of the water, and one of our guys went in the water from the Marine 6 and got him in.
Emergency crews rushed 2 people to the hospital, and a 3rd was treated at the scene. They are all okay tonight.
New tonight, a grandmother arrested on Long Island for driving while intoxicated with her 7-year-old grandchild in the car. Suffolk County Police say an officer spotted Wanda Carter speeding and driving erratically on Sunrise Highway early this morning. The cops say she gave the officer a false identity and was allegedly driving with a suspended license. Carter faces numerous charges.
Community members in Brooklyn want Governor Cuomo's involvement after Long Island College Hospital closed its emergency room.
Governor Cuomo, save Lich! Governor Cuomo, save Lich!
Dozens of people protested outside the Cobble Hill Hospital after it stopped accepting emergency patients. SUNY Downstate Medical Center ordered the hospital to stop receiving ambulances and transfer ICU patients to other facilities. City Council Speaker Christine Quinn says the move violates a judge's order to keep the hospital open.
Lich, in my opinion, and I believe in the courts next week, is in contempt of court. They're clearly in contempt of Brooklyn, and I'm here today to say we will use the full force of the City Council, prepared to go back into court to keep this hospital open.
SUNY Downstate says it closed the ER because there are not enough staff workers to keep it open. It is in a legal battle to close the hospital, which it claims is financially unsustainable.
It is officially billed as the world's largest art parade, but we all know the annual Coney Island Mermaid Parade is so much more than that, especially this year as the Sandy-ravaged area has struggled to get back on its feet. In fact, as Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson tells us, it took the kindness of strangers to make this year's parade possible.
It is an annual rite of passage here along Surf Avenue. Taking part in and watching Coney Island's Mermaid Parade, sort of like Mardi Gras and the Halloween Parade, all rolled into one. But here, there are no ghosts and goblins, rather sharks and seashells.
There's nothing like this anywhere in the world. I mean, you see all the fishes, they come right out there, and they're so beautiful, they really are.
This celebration of ancient mythology and honky-tonk rituals, now in its 31st year, is the largest art parade in the country, which means the flair for the unusual is in overdrive.
Go big or go home.
If you're going to swim,
with the sharks.
Swim with the sharks.
Don't wear a Speedo. I got nothing.
Jessica made all of this by hand. It's her first year taking part in the parade.
I get home from work and I make a barnacle, and I get home from work and I make a scale, and after a year, you have a whole costume done.
But this almost was the parade that didn't happen. Organizers took a huge financial hit after Sandy, but thanks to an online fundraising campaign, everything fell into place.
Yeah, I'm not an emotional person. When I saw that, I was going to cry.
More than 1,900 people, many of them here today, went to Kickstarter.com and donated roughly $117,000, money that paid for, among other things, security.
It's hard to believe that all that water back there was in our backyard. So we never thought that Coney Island would come back, but it's coming back bigger and better.
Coming back Coney Island style. Have you ever been in it?
No, I haven't.
Would you do it?
I would do it.
Kimberly Richardson, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Funeral preparations are being made for Sopranos star James Gandolfini. Still ahead on Eyewitness News, the watchmaker who became one of the actor's best friends and how he has helped Gandolfini's family handle his sudden death.
And encouraging news for a young lung transplant patient 9 days after her controversial life-saving surgery.
And all evening, we've been following the supermoon, which is the largest and brightest full moon so far this year of the entire year. And also, we have a heat wave potentially on the way coming up. I'll explain both of those phenomena coming up in your full AccuWeather forecast.
Honey, do you have the number to that chiropractor?
Moving is hard. Moving your TV, phone, and internet to Optimum is easy. Get all three for just $84.95 a month.
Critics are saying the 2013 Volvo S60 is not only worthy of competing with the Audi A4, the BMW 3 Series, and the Mercedes C-Class, it outright crushes them in nearly every subjective category. How do you say, uh-oh, in German? The 250 horsepower Volvo S60. Lease the 2013 Volvo S60 T5 for $279 a month or get 0% APR for 48 months.
You want to stand out on the world's biggest stage? Don't honk your horn. That's right. Let someone else do it for you. U.S. News and World Report just gave Ford more Best Cars for the Money awards than anybody. More than Toyota and Honda combined. More awards for reliability, low cost of ownership, and safety. Yeah, we got your value right here. Now lease a Ford Focus for $119 a month for 24 months. Only at your Tri-State Ford dealer.
Kids, when you get to our age, it's important to keep things exciting. Last night, your mother and I were horsing around.
Just for fun.
And it happened.
Unplanned millionairehood. It happens when you play $3 million from the New York lottery.
When you only make SUVs for 65 years, all that learning leads to something remarkable. The Range Rover Evoque. Winner of over 120 awards, including the 2012 Strategic Vision Total Quality Award. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Your favorite Eyewitness News app just got better. Now streamlined to make it easier to navigate for the breaking news, weather, and traffic info you want. Plus, you can watch Eyewitness News and breaking news live. The new and improved Eyewitness News app. Get it free. Search WABC in your app store.
Flooding and mudslides are now blamed for nearly 600 deaths in India, and forecasters expect more heavy rain in the next 2 days. The government says at least 50,000 people are still stranded in the hardest hit areas. Soldiers in northern India have had to create rudimentary bridges to get those stranded to dry land. The U.S. gives a stern warning to Hong Kong, threatening a breakdown of diplomatic relations if it slows down the extradition of the man who revealed the NSA's secret surveillance program. Edward Snowden faces espionage charges, but the request to bring him from Hong Kong to the United States could linger in a courtroom for years. Hong Kong's government so far has not commented.
A blow for the prosecution in the murder trial of George Zimmerman. A judge in Florida ruled today that prosecutors cannot use an audio expert who says Trayvon Martin can be heard screaming on 911 calls moments before he was killed. The defense had argued it was unclear if the screams were coming from Martin or from Zimmerman. Zimmerman, a former neighborhood watch volunteer, is accused of murdering the unarmed teenager last year.
There is new information on that 10-year-old Pennsylvania girl who underwent a controversial lung transplant. Her family says she is awake and responsive. Sarah Murnahan spent 9 days in a medically induced coma. She received 2 lungs from an adult donor after a federal judge temporarily suspended the age limit rules for organ transplants.
Today was the day James Gandolfini was supposed to attend a film festival in Sicily. Instead, a close friend tells us that the family is working through red tape to get the actor's body home from Italy. Tonight, we're learning more about the man who has taken on the role of spokesman for Gandolfini's family. Michael Kobold is an American watchmaker who began a friendship with Gandolfini years ago after the Sopranos star called him to buy a watch. Kobold rushed to Rome after learning of Gandolfini's death on Wednesday from a heart attack.
He had just had a baby daughter 8 months ago, he and his wife. He was extremely happy, and he was healthy. There was nothing wrong with him, so this came as a total surprise and a shock.
Kobold says Gandolfini's generosity was endless, with the actor always trying to figure out ways to help strangers in need.
We're lucky it's a clear night because we have a chance to see something truly spectacular.
Here's a live picture of what is called a super moon. The moon will be at its closest point to the Earth in its orbit. We'll tell you why it looks even bigger tonight. And meteorologist Jeff Smith will have all of that, plus the all-important exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Next.
Closed captioning sponsored by Optimum. We're your TV, phone, and internet company.
She's taken something we all have in our homes
and made it into this. Monday 5. Eyewitness News got an audience with the queen of duct tape who reveals some secrets to her jaw-dropping creations.
All made from this sticky stuff.
Monday 5 on Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Hi.
Hi.
We're expecting.
Congratulations.
We need a really great SUV.
RAV4.
Well, I was thinking we might have 2 or 3 kids, right?
Highlander. How about 5?
You know, whatever you decide, we've got you covered. Whether it's RAV4, Sequoia, Venza, or Highlander.
5?
We could just start with the Highlander.
Lease the 7-passenger 2013 Highlander for just $249 a month, or lease the 2013 Sienna for $249 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
I gotta go deposit a check, transfer some money. So, it's your uncle's turn.
What? Wait. No, wait.
So you can deposit a check with the touch of a finger. So you can arrange a transfer in the blink of an eye. So you can help make a bond.
I got it.
That lasts a lifetime. The Chase mobile app, so you can.
It's got performance with efficiency. It's got all you want in a car as alive as you are. Introducing the supercharged V6 and turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that gets 30 miles per gallon highway from Jaguar. At last, you can roar responsibly. Jaguar.
For great offers, visit your tri-state area Jaguar retailer today.
A twin-power turbo engine, striking design, and up to 34 miles per gallon. It's a lot to like, but the spacious interior cabin, that's for what you love. The legendary BMW 5 Series. We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine.
Hurry into your BMW Center today and take advantage of limited time offers.
Eyewitness News needs your help to protect our children. Have you seen Reuben? ABC 7 and Empire Today, thank you for helping protect our children.
A rare rare lunar synchronicity is creating a spectacular moon this weekend. The so-called supermoon occurs when the moon is full at the same time it reaches the closest point to Earth in its orbit. The moon will appear about 12% larger and up to 30% brighter. The supermoon effect will be the greatest tomorrow night. Jeff, nod if I'm telling all this right. The phenomenon won't happen again until August of next year.
Yeah, either tonight or tomorrow night. Just spectacular. It officially is completely full just after dawn tomorrow, but since it'll be already set by that point, it's really right before dawn. So if you catch it at like 5 o'clock in the morning, it's going to look huge.
So when you're
right
on the way home tonight, all the guys
outside right now. And I love what Joe Torres tweeted about it. A big hunkin' piece of Gouda.
Yeah, it looks
in
like
the sky.
cheese. A big piece of cheese.
Let's head out right now and check out all the people gathered outside of the Eyewitness News studios, and I'm sure they have been looking out at the supermoon tonight. Which again, if you miss the biggest part of the moon, I mean, it looks the biggest when it's lowest in the sky because it goes through the most amount of atmosphere and the light gets kind of diffracted and causes it to look bigger. So if you miss that part, just get up around 5 o'clock in the morning and you're going to see an even more spectacular sight as we really approach the closest point that the Earth is going to be to the moon and also that full moon. Temperature 72 right now, the humidity at 57%, that wind is south at 3 miles per hour, high on the day getting up to 84 after a morning low of 65. A little bit above average for this time of the year. This is only really the tip of the iceberg, I guess would be the correct term for it, in terms of this heat wave potentially coming up into the early part of the week. Could be talking 90 on Monday in some areas, maybe low 90s as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. Today's highs up to 84 again in the park, 84 in Newark, 84 in Trenton, 82 in White Plains. You got up to 78 on the east end of the island, little bit of a cooling sea breeze out there. It's warmer and more humid as we head into tomorrow, and then the heat really turns on into the early part of the week. Near 90 Monday and especially Tuesday into Wednesday. Wednesday could be in the lower and middle 90s in some areas. The thunder threat increases each and every afternoon as well. Right now, 73 in Newburgh, you're 67, Sussex, a pair of sixes at Monticello, 67 on the island at Islip. And thankfully, we cleared out some of those high and mid-level clouds, so we were able to see that supermoon into the evening hours of tonight. We're watching this little disturbance over Virginia right now. Most computer model guidance shows it moving well off to our south during the day tomorrow. If it moved a little bit farther north, there could be a shower or thunderstorm, especially over central New Jersey tomorrow afternoon, but that's a very small chance at this point. Really the big weather story, high pressure offshore pumping all this warmth and humidity in our direction. So higher humidity tomorrow, the high getting up to 86, Monday even warmer. Could be a late thunderstorm on Monday as we really get into this muggy air mass. AccuWeather forecast for the rest of the night, partly cloudy, we're down to 67. Mostly sunny at 7 o'clock in the morning, 68. During the day, we're warm and more humid, sun and some clouds. Could be a shower or thunderstorm central New Jersey. The high getting up to 86. We're clear to partly cloudy and humid tomorrow night. The low only getting down to 70. Another look at the supermoon tomorrow night. 88 on Monday. Could be a late thunderstorm out there. And each and every day, there's that chance of getting a shower or a thunderstorm during the afternoon. 92 by Wednesday. It's partly sunny and warm on Thursday. Better chance at maybe rain by Friday into Saturday. Cooler by that point as well. Much more coming up next half hour.
Cooler's relative, right?
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Jeff.
Rob Powers up next with a look at sports.
Good baseball today. The Yankees played another thriller with the Rays. The Yanks go to the Wells one more time, and he produced. We'll also show you what happened before today's game. Straight ahead, while the captain was in the batting cage at Yankee Stadium. Plus, the Mets in a furious fight to the finish in Philly. They were down. We'll see if the rally was enough on the road. Sports next.
So, what are you guys thinking?
Well, it's between this and the Honda CR-V over there.
Yeah, well, this one has Bluetooth. For a small additional fee.
But on the CR-V, Bluetooth comes standard, and so does the rear view camera.
You can get that on this car. No, and it's most expensive trim. That's what I was trying to say before the dog.
So you can't offer us the same features as the CR-V unless we pay extra?
Yeah, let me talk to my manager. Not happening.
The CR-V, loaded with standard features. From KBB.com's most trusted car brand, only a Honda is a Honda.
As a parent, you've seen it all, but you haven't seen it all in a minivan. At the Chrysler Town & Country event, you get so many standard features in the minivan that gives you everything you need, even when things don't go according to plan.
When's the parade start?
It's tomorrow.
See it all now at the Chrysler Town & Country event. Now get a low-mileage lease on Chrysler Town & Country Touring for $199 a month for well-qualified lessees.
When times got tough, we look deep inside. We work together and turn the tide. 'Cause we're stronger than the storm.
The Jersey Shore is open.
You bet it is. We're stronger than the storm.
Why wait until tomorrow when you can get tickets today for Annie, now starring Jane Lynch.
The Chevy Cruze offers an EPA-estimated 36 mpg highway. That's crazy.
Crazy efficient.
10 standard airbags.
And you get StabiliTrak with traction control.
That is like crazy protection. This interior is...
insane.
It is insane. I was going to say crazy again.
Visit your local Chevy dealer today. Qualified lessees with a current non-GM lease can get a 2013 Chevy Cruze LS for around $149 per month.
We are all reflections of the people who inspired us, prepared us, and guided us. At New York Life, everything we do is to help you keep good going.
Not so good news for the Amazons tonight. Uh-oh.
Lucas Duda strained intercostal on the 15-day DL, so he's out a while. Now we get to the rest of the team. The Mets game was wild today in Philly. So many twists and turns. Just when you thought it was over, it wasn't. Until it was. Dylan G was in a whole lot of trouble. He just couldn't keep the ball in the ballpark. Ryan Howard goes deep. G gave up 6 runs on 8 hits, 3 home runs. When we left you at 6 o'clock, the Mets were down 7-2. But then they come back. Jordani Valdespin won out in the 9th, a home run to make it a 1-run game. David Wright would follow with a single. Bird grounds out. So with 2 out in the 9th, Wright's on the move. Daniel Murphy singles. Ben Revere overruns the ball. Wright scores all the way from first base. They come all the way back from 6 runs down. Bottom of the 9th now. Phillies pinch hitter Kevin Franson. And that big comeback, a walk-off home run. Mets lose 8-7. It was a wild game, but it goes down as a loss. Now, as for the Yankees, Vernon Wells was in a 9-for-87 slump at the plate. So Zoilo Almonte burst onto the scene. He's been doing great. But Wells had a chance today to come back, deliver against the Rays, and boy, did he deliver. And so did Almonte. Again, following up that big game last night with a 2-run single here that gives the Yanks a 1-run lead in the 3rd inning. Almonte drove in 3 runs again today. Rays rookie Will Myers drove in 4. And there they are. A grand slam. Tampa's back in front. Looks like Brett Gardner's glove kind of helps that ball over the wall, huh? The Yanks are down, but not out. Here comes Wells. Pinch hitting with the bases loaded, and with that confident swing, he brings in all 3 runners. It's just what he needed, just what the Yankees needed. A 7-5 win at home over the Rays. Joe Girardi loved it, believe me. Let's go now to Derek Jeter's big day. He brought his rehab program north from Florida today. He's trying to get that surgically repaired ankle back in shape. He took batting practice today. He fielded some grounders, and there he is. There's video proof. His return slated for sometime now after the All-Star break. Still, all 5 teams in the American League East are above the 500 mark. The Blue Jays won their 10th straight game today, beat Baltimore. Jose Bautista smacked a tie-breaking home run in the 8th inning. The Jays topped the O's 4-2. All right, we're going to take a quick timeout right here, but stick around. We got plenty more to talk about. Straight ahead, the Stanley Cup Finals. One team, the Bruins or the Blackhawks. One team goes up 1 game. Tonight, we've got your highlights on the way, plus the latest developments in the Massachusetts murder case that had authorities once again searching the home of an NFL player. Sports continues after this.
The summer heat is on.
Oh, it's so hot out there.
With Armie Hammer from The Lone Ranger, Carrie Ann Inaba, and Melissa McCarthy from The Heat.
I need to cool myself down.
Watch live
Monday morning at 9.
Is he too into this car thing?
Definitely the Quattro.
Honey?
Huh? A5. What? Did you say something?
Experience the all-new AudiUSA.com and visit the Summer of Audi sales event at your local dealer today.
You can choose to take your chances, or you can choose the Infiniti JX, the world's first luxury crossover that can sense what's behind you, even when you can't, and can apply the brakes, even before you do. The Infiniti JX, with backup collision intervention system. Visit the Infiniti Limited Engagement Spring Event to lease a JX for only $469 a month. Infiniti, inspired performance.
There are over 358 million trillion gallons of water on Earth. But not all water is created equal. Only 1/1000th of 1% is filtered naturally beneath the Earth, with a distinct balance of minerals, and emerges crisp and refreshing enough to be called Poland Spring. Poland Spring 100% natural spring water, born better.
Hey honey, my mom stopped by. We'll see you soon. Hey honey, where the are you going?
We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine.
Hurry into your BMW Center today and take advantage of limited time offers.
Every inch, every minute, every second, we chip away, making the colors of earth and sunset skies into rich interior accents, or putting the beauty of a forest in the palm of your hands. It will take you to another place, wherever you happen to be. This is the new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It is the best of what we're made of. Well-qualified lessees can lease the 2014 Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $359 a month.
Hi, welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. There was a flurry of activity at the home of New England Patriot tight end Aaron Hernandez this afternoon. Authorities searching his house for about 4 hours and left with bags presumably filled with evidence. About 20 law enforcement officers on scene, police dogs, a lot of equipment too. Hernandez is being investigated in connection with the killing of Odin Lloyd. ABC News reporting Friday an arrest warrant for Hernandez on obstruction charges had been ordered but not yet issued. All right, let's get to hockey now. Game 5 Stanley Cup Finals. Bruins and Blackhawks tied at 2 games each. Been a heck of a series so far. So tight. And tonight, Chicago pulls ahead. Patrick Kane was able. The shot from the point, Kane's there for the rebound. The Blackhawks are up 1-0. We go to the second period. We get the second goal from Kane. Parked out in front of the net. He's in the right place at the right time again. Chara would score for Boston. Chicago adds an empty netter later. 3-1, Blackhawks win the game. 3-2, Blackhawks lead the series. Game 6 Monday in Boston. Getting ready for the final round of the PGA Travelers Championship. There's a 3-way tie for the lead tonight. Bubba Watson, who came back to the field. Graham DeLatte, who shot a 65. And this guy, Charlie Hoffman, his second shot on the 14th hole. All 3 at 10 under par. It's like you. Finally from us, first hits in the big leagues are so special. They usually stop the game for a second, take the ball out of play, right? You get to take it home as a souvenir. It's something you'll keep forever. Milwaukee's Caleb Gindel earned his first hit today, and watch, the ball's a souvenir, all right, for a fan. Oh, nah, they were just kidding. They switched the ball as a joke, and the rookie stood at first base. What are you doing, guys? He has the ball in his pocket. Don't worry. Caleb's got his souvenir.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. A woman viciously attacked on the street. Hear why some think she was targeted. That's coming up.
And under fire, new video of Paula Deen talking about race. Hear what she reveals, and the backlash against her heating up.
A woman caught in a tiger's grip. The dramatic move to save her life.
And a strange sight, a massive magnet traveling through our area. We'll tell you what it does coming up.
So when I realized that I had made the bed over 10,000 times, that's when I had my mattress moment. We have been sleeping on the same one for ever. So we went to the mattress gallery at Raymore and Flanagan. They have the biggest selection you've ever seen.
Find the largest selection of mattresses in the Northeast at the guaranteed lowest prices. Guaranteed. Free next day delivery, setup, and old mattress removal. Make Raymore and Flanagan your mattress destination.
Nobody gives gives you more in a 7-passenger vehicle than Dodge. Dodge Durango delivers best-in-class standard power and towing. Dodge Journey is America's most versatile mid-sized crossover. And Dodge Grand Caravan is America's best-selling, most awarded minivan ever. So maybe the most important thing we give you in a 7-passenger vehicle is a choice. Get a low-mileage lease on Durango Crew all-wheel drive V8 for $279 a month for well-qualified lessees of competitive vehicles.
Hey, look. Shooting star. Make a wish.
I wish we could lie here forever.
I wish this test drive was over, so we could head back to the dealership.
It's practically yours.
Test drive.
But we still need your signature. Volkswagen Sign Then Drive is back, and it's never been easier to get a Jetta. That's the power of German engineering. It's 0 down, 0 do-it signing, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on any new Volkswagen. Visit VWDealer.com today.
While many automakers are just beginning to dabble with the idea of hybrid technology, it's already ingrained in our DNA. The largest, most efficient line of luxury hybrids on the road, the Lexus Hybrids. Lease the 2013 CT200H for $299 a month for 27 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
The parking reminder feature on the My Chevrolet app will cleverly help you find your way back to your car almost anywhere. It's available on Malibu and on every Chevrolet. The phones that connect us to our lives now connect us to our cars. That's American ingenuity to find new roads.
I'm Sandra Bookman. Families living with autism, Sunday at noon on Here and Now. Now here's a look at tonight's top stories. Air show tragedy. A stunt plane crashed and burst into flames in Ohio, killing a wing walker and a pilot in front of horrified spectators.
Cops spent 4 hours today searching the home of Patriots tight end Aaron Hernandez. They're looking for evidence in the murder of a semi-pro football player whose body was found nearby.
Hoarding might have helped fuel a fire in Midtown that injured 5 people. The fire began in an apartment on the 14th floor of a building near Columbus Circle.
Also tonight, a rapist on the loose who police say may have chosen his victim because of her sexual orientation.
The attack happened on Java Street in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles has the story.
Previously, we had talked about, like, should we get a baseball bat or things like that. You never really, and I sort of felt like, oh, that's so silly.
Getting a bat doesn't seem quite so silly anymore. Now that Margot Wood knows police are looking for this man, who they say raped a woman right across the street from her apartment in Greenpoint, Brooklyn.
This house from right here to the next house over there, it was all blocked off with police tape, and there was an SVU car and about 2 other police cars.
This is surveillance video of the suspect just after midnight Sunday. Police say he struck up a conversation with a 26-year-old woman as she walked down Java Street between McGinnis Boulevard and Manhattan Avenue. Investigators say he had a knife, pushed her to the ground, removed her pants, and then raped her. The car was parked just right here.
Yeah, like the taxi here.
Police say the victim didn't immediately call police, but sought shelter in her car overnight. Robert Burkowski believes he saw her the next morning, hours before she called police.
I only see the girl, young girl, like she wanna sleep inside for the car.
You saw her sleeping in the car?
Like before 7 o'clock.
It's been reported that the attacker said to her that he was attacking her because she identified herself as a lesbian.
The suspect was wearing a black t-shirt, jeans, and had a knapsack, believed to be between 25 and 35 and about 5'9".
The rape, and then to add that on top, it infuriates me. Like, we live in New York City. This is one of the most tolerant cities in the country, and to be hearing about that and some of the other gay bashing that's been happening in the city blows my mind.
At this point, this is being investigated by the NYPD, Hate Crimes Task Force, and SVU. If you recognize the person in the surveillance video, please call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-577-TIPS. In Greenpoint, Brooklyn, Darla Miles, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
A memorial to the victims of the Boston Marathon bombing is coming down. The city says articles left behind by mourners will be removed from Copley Square and preserved in the city archive. Mayor Thomas Menino sent a letter to survivors and victims' families to let them know that the items were being taken down. He says there are plans for a permanent memorial.
A young woman is expected to survive after being attacked by a tiger at an animal refuge and rescued by co-workers. 21-year-old Melissa Dubb was cleaning the tiger's cage at the Exotic Feline Rescue Center in northern Indiana when the male cat attacked. Police say she forgot to close a gate separating the cage from a holding area. Witnesses saw Dubb's head in the tiger's mouth, and that's when workers distracted the animal.
When the cat let up on the lady's head a little bit, they were able to spray it with a hose to shock the cat a little bit.
We were able to get the tiger off of her and the tiger into a confined area.
Dubb suffered a broken jaw and is expected to make a full recovery. Federal officials are investigating the attack. It is the first incident involving an animal at the facility.
Nelson Mandela's condition is said to be improving. The South African government says he's listed in serious but stable condition. And meanwhile, word today that the ambulance that brought Mandela to the hospital 2 weeks ago had engine trouble while the 94-year-old was inside. He had to be transferred to another ambulance, but is said to have suffered no harm.
New video has surfaced of embattled celebrity chef Paula Deen. Yesterday afternoon, she apologized for using racial slurs. Minutes later, she lost her job with the Food Network. And in an interview that came to light today, she makes more candid comments about race and the South. ABC's Steve Osinsami has the story.
I want to apologize to everybody.
Executives at the Food Network who cut ties with Paula Deen didn't waste any time. This morning, pulling episodes of her popular show off the air.
Breaks my heart. I've watched her for a long time.
As the Emmy winner and cookbook author struggles to recover from her own words, admitting during a lawsuit's deposition that she used racist language, new videos are coming to light.
I have a young man in my life, and his name is Hollis Johnson, and he's black as that board.
Isn't he here?
In a conversation on race relations in the South with the New York Times last fall, she introduced a young man she described as a son, who she joked was as dark as the board behind her.
I know I can trust him with my life, and color ain't got nothing to do with it.
And earlier, after discussing a great-grandfather who owned a plantation, she shared this.
I feel like the South is almost less prejudiced because black folks played such an integral part in our lives.
In her deposition, she admits she suggested to an assistant that she hire middle-aged black men to dress up in white jackets and black bow ties for an old Southern plantation wedding, saying that she liked the Civil War look, even though it was when black slaves waited on white people, but says she didn't mean anything derogatory.
Please forgive me for the mistakes that I've made.
That was ABC's Steve Osinsami reporting.
Vladimir Putin tackles claims that he stole a Super Bowl ring and offers a solution that might surprise you.
Plus, up in the air, a roller coaster takes a terrifying turn, leaving riders stranded. We'll show you how they finally got down. Coming up.
And Mega Move, a 12-ton magnet winds through our area. We're going to tell you what it's for and where it's going.
And another live look outside at the supermoon. Meteorologist Jeff Smith returns with your exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Stay with us.
A Volvo isn't for everyone. And we kind of like it that way. The Volvo XC60. Designed for real people. Designed around you. Get a Volvo XC60 for $399 a month or 0% APR.
Our summer reading program celebrates the library as a bridge to literacy. Target supports all New York City public libraries. In Brooklyn, that amplifies summer reading programs across our 60 locations. More events means we reach more families, using digital literacy to drive deeper engagement. We can help kids start here and learn on their own terms all year long. Our mission is to make any dream possible. We do that by increasing literacy.
Every time you shop at Target, you make a difference for your community. Learn more at target.com/education.
As a quarterback, I know how it feels to be blindsided. But with the available safety systems in this Buick Verano, like side blind zone alert, now that's pass protection. And rear cross traffic alert. Hello. I feel like the whole team's protected me in here. If you don't know the innovative Verano, then you don't know Buick.
Current non-GM lessees lease this 2013 Buick Verano with 2 years of scheduled maintenance for around $199 per month. Consider it a new lease on luxury.
The GMC Terrain. Color touch sound system. Bluetooth connectivity.
Call Jen.
This is smart. OnStar app ready. The 2013 GMC Terrain. Over 100 standard features that make you more capable. That's professional grade. Now current non-GM lessees can lease this 2013 GMC Terrain SLE for around $199 per month.
Brace yourself, a peaceful dinner is about to be interrupted by a violent crash. A family dining at a restaurant in Australia when a car comes crashing through the wall. People went flying, but amazingly, no one was seriously hurt. The driver is in trouble, though. Police say his blood alcohol level was 3 times the legal limit. Now to another frightening ordeal. A roller coaster breaks down, leaving riders dangling 90 feet off the ground. The Sky Loop at a theme park in China had started its vertical climb when it got stuck. The 11 riders were trapped, unable to get out of their seats, staring at the sky. It took 2 hours to get the riders down. No one was seriously hurt. Investigators are now looking into what went wrong.
New details tonight in the case of the stolen Super Bowl ring and Russian President Vladimir Putin. The owner of the New England Patriots claims Putin swiped that ring back in 2005. Now the suspected thief has a suggestion on how to solve this problem. ABC's Kirit Radia has the story from Moscow.
Vladimir Putin is finally addressing an international scandal that's hounded him all week. Accusations he stole a Super Bowl ring from New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft. Putin's response, what ring?
I neither remember Mr. Kraft nor the ring.
But he says he does remember some souvenirs being exchanged. A week ago, Kraft claimed that Putin pocketed the ring after the two met in 2005. He says he gave Putin the ring to look at and recalls the former KGB spy saying, I could kill someone with this ring. That was 8 years ago. Back then, Kraft said the ring was a gift, but now says he said that only after the White House feared asking for it back would be a diplomatic debacle. A Kremlin aide insists the ring was definitely a gift, calling Kraft's claims weird. On Friday, Putin was sarcastic when asked about the scandal.
If there's such a big value for Mr. Kraft and for respective teams, I have a suggestion to make.
His idea? Make him another ring so blinged out, he'll forget about the old one. The old ring had a mere 124 diamonds, totaling just 5 carats, valued at only $25,000. Putin's snarky suggestion?
I will ask our manufacturers to produce a really good, visibly valuable thing made out of very good metal.
A ring so much better, this time Kraft won't let it out of his sight.
And that was Kirit Radia reporting. Scientists on Long Island are moving a 15-ton electromagnet 3,000 miles, all without moving it an inch. All right. The $25 million magnet started its journey from Brookhaven Laboratory to Chicago today. The challenge? It can't be dismantled or bent more than 1/8 of an inch without being ruined. Next, it will be moved on a barge down the East Coast and up the Mississippi into some rivers there in the Midwest. The electromagnet is part of a superconductor that will be used to study subatomic particles.
The dogs who will never win Best in Show, but there's another title that might be a better fit.
You'll see. Coming up, see which pup can claim the title World's Ugliest Dog.
The new Honda Accord versus its 4 top competitors and 1,200 car and driver readers.
I like the car.
Oh, wow. Wow. This baby handles. I like the steering. It's really crisp.
It's pretty rock solid, even more than the Camry.
It does what I think it's going to do.
All I gotta say is wow.
Their conclusion? The Accord is a winner. Form your own opinion. Test drive an Accord today at your local Honda dealer.
Simmons versus my Black Label.
Theirs is pillow top.
So is mine.
Theirs has pocketed coils and memory foam.
My coils are wrapped, same thing. But mine has gel-infused memory foam. Theirs does not.
Theirs has a 10-year non-prorated warranty.
Wow. Mine is 20 years non-prorated.
Their regular price is $25.99.99. We bought it for $19.82 on sale.
My everyday price, only $9.99. No sales, no gimmicks, only $9.99.
When you only make SUVs for 65 years, all that learning leads to something remarkable. The Range Rover Evoque. Winner of over 120 awards, including the 2012 Strategic Vision Total Quality Award. Land Rover, above and beyond.
The Chevy Cruze offers an EPA-estimated 36 mpg highway. That's crazy.
Crazy efficient.
10 standard airbags.
And you get StabiliTrak with traction control.
That is like crazy protection. This interior is...
insane.
It is insane. I was going to say crazy again.
Visit your local Chevy dealer today. Qualified lessees with a current non-GM lease can get a 2013 Chevy Cruze LS for around $149 per month.
There you go. All right. Good night.
You too. I'm going to dream about that steak.
I'm going to dream about that tiramisu.
What a night, huh? But can the test drive be over now? Head back to the dealership. Oh, yeah.
It's practically yours.
Sorry.
But we still need your signature. Volkswagen Sign Then Drive is back, and it's never been easier to get a Passat. That's the power of German engineering. Get 0 down, 0 do-it signing, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on any new Volkswagen. Visit VWDealer.com today.
We got the supermoon, we got the possibility of a heat wave. Man, you're busy
Some
tonight.
not so super heat and humidity coming up, unless you really like summertime weather, in which case you will like this AccuWeather forecast. We head outside and look at the supermoon. It's been the star of the show tonight, and look at it. It's beautiful. It's about it appears up to 14% larger and about 30% brighter than is typical. And the reason for that is because it's approaching the Earth at its closest point while it's also in the full phase. So we get a couple of things going on here. Again, appearing about 14% larger and 30% brighter. And you can see that tomorrow night. It'll be making another appearance tomorrow night. And if you really want to see it look extremely large, check it out just before dawn tomorrow when it's setting around 5 a.m. You can probably get some good pictures at that time, during that time period. 68 at 7 o'clock in the morning. We're at 80 by noontime. It's partly sunny out there. Late in the day, there could be a little bit of an increase in the cloud cover. You'll definitely notice the humidity increasing, and you can't rule out a shower or a storm, especially west of the city. It would be very spotty. The best chance would actually be from central New Jersey and point southward late in the afternoon into the early evening hours of tomorrow night. I'll show you why in just a minute. 69 right now, Bridgeport. 67 is a popular number. Islip, Shirley, and West Hampton all checking in at that value. 66 at Monticello right now. 72 in the city. You get that urban heat island effect where the urban areas stay warmer overnight. 68 down the shore in Belmar. High pressure is offshore right now. You get a clockwise flow around high pressure in the northern hemisphere, and that's why we have a southerly and southwesterly flow, and that's going to be transporting a lot of heat and humidity in our direction as we head into the upcoming work week especially. Now, there's a little disturbance down here over Virginia, Most of our computer guidance shows it moving just off to our south during the day tomorrow, but our futurecast, which can be pretty reliable at times, shows it moving up the coast so that we could actually get a shower or thunderstorm again, mainly to the west of the city late tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. So don't be completely shocked if we get that. It's only about a 10 or 20% chance. 67 for your overnight low tonight. Tomorrow getting back up to 86, so a couple notches warmer than what we had today. 84 in Belmar, 81 on the island at Islip. Air quality is moderate. UV index is very high. The sun is very high in the sky this time of year, right around that summer solstice. The pollen is moderate. And another issue I wanted to talk to you about, the rip current risk is high along both the Jersey Shore and the South Shore of Long Island, so be careful if you're out swimming tomorrow. Water temperature 63 east end of the island to 67 down the shore. Those waves are a little bit choppy. 86 for tomorrow, warm and humid out there. Better chance at late thunderstorms on Monday, 88, and look at that. We head into the potential for a heat wave in parts of the area. 90 on Tuesday, 92 on Wednesday. It's hot and humid out there. Could be a little bit cooler by very late in the week. A better chance at rain by Friday into Saturday. Amy Freeze back with more in the morning.
All right. Thank you, Jeff.
All right.
All right, the world's ugliest dog has been crowned. A mutt named Wally from Chico, California is the winner, if you can call him that.
But it wasn't a runaway win. As you're about to see, Wally had some stiff competition. Here's ABC's Rachel Smith.
The 2013 World's Ugliest Dog Contestant.
You've got to be a real dog to compete in this lack of beauty pageant.
The advantage of coming to an ugly dog contest is probably the less you do, the better.
There's no grooming. I mean, you know, not much you can do. They're not going to get any prettier or any uglier. They are what they are.
29 mutts and pedigrees were presented by their proud owners.
Take a look at that patchy, speckled coat.
Hoping to get a leg up on each other at the world's ugliest dog contest.
Doesn't that dog look comfortable?
This is the competition's 25th year at the Sonoma Marin Fair in California with a new book honoring man's best friend.
Look how Thomas has groomed his face to match Toots.
The judges included the father of football legend Joe Montana and John Provost. He played Timmy on the TV classic Lassie.
You're gonna be all right. Earning the title of the world's ugliest dog, give it up for Wally.
Wally looked like an experiment that went wrong.
Wally was clearly the unique dog in the world this year.
Everybody always says that there's something wrong with him. His head's too big and his back is too short. It's nice to know that he can win at something.
The owner of 4-year-old Wally loves her part boxer, beagle, and basset.
He's unique.
And now the winner of a trophy, $1,500, and barking rights. The underdogs may have bones to pick for not fetching top prize, but they should pause to remember there's always next year. And they can only hope that as they get older, they get uglier.
Okay. Congratulations, Wally.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Wow.
the news for now. Thanks for staying up. I'm Sandra Cookman.
I'm Joe Torres. We apologize for showing you that. Eyewitness News returns tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. Make it a great night, everyone.